from the Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Please bring in Miley Cyrus and Mark Ronson.
Yay!
Please welcome.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge. Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
I just found out Mark Ronson lives in my apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
We share an apartment.
What did you walk 2 blocks?
3 blocks was pretty good. I woke up 7 minutes ago. Is that right?
So did we.
I do that every day.
Yeah.
I promised you I'd bring him, and here we are.
I know. I said, don't you ever step foot in this door without Mark Ronson.
Well, it's pretty much an honor also because I grew up in the city. I've been listening to this station in the morning thing since the school run. So thank you for bringing me, Miley.
Aw.
That's, I like to hear that.
nice.
I mean, this is my 30th year at this radio station. It's kind of weird.
Am I allowed to say what it used to be called, or is it no?
You can
Because
say
I know
whatever
you're
you
a big
want.
national. So the Z Morning Zoo. I mean,
It used
that
to be
was
called the Z
the
Morning Zoo.
That's my childhood, right?
It was as if he grew up listening. He still hasn't grown up, I'm sure.
I'm 87.
So okay, when Joe Riccatelli brought this song in before it was released, or someone you didn't. Someone leaked it to me. It wasn't you. Sorry. Anyway, and I heard it. I went, that's. No, I didn't play it on the air. You're okay.
The face he's got on, yeah.
It sounds so good. I mean, I could come up with all sorts of descriptions and this and that. It just sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I know that sounds.
Last time I was here, I think I was just right outside this room playing Malibu, and we did this acoustic version here at your show. And then now to be having this song, which is still country influenced, as that last record was. But I think Mark has this way of kind of taking something that's very classic sounding and making it fit in for the radio for people to still be able to dance to, and kind of like makes this amazing hybrid of classic kind of like throwback music, but with this super kind of modern pop take. And like all my fans are just freaking out that we're working together. I think if they could have been asked even a year ago who would have been, the producer of their dreams for me to work with, it would have been Mark, as it was mine. So it's awesome.
Now, did you know she felt this way about you?
I didn't know because I was just basically stalking her for 4 years.
In London, I just threw him under the bus. I kept saying, like, making stuff up.
So, I mean, look, you've both been around for a while. Why now? What took so long to...
He's been around a lot longer than me.
Yeah.
I didn't mean...
He is 87.
You know what I mean.
Her fans all call me Dad.
Hey, Daddy.
That's because I call you Daddy.
That's true.
They just do what I do.
And I got a nice T-shirt of your dad actually that I wore out one time. Then your dad hit me on Twitter and was like, "I like your shirt."
Yeah, they've
And
got
the
like a
song's
Twitter
cool.
ship going on. My dad will pretty much tweet anyone that wears his T-shirt, so just go for it.
That's cool.
But he shouldn't really hear this, but he's going to, because I always say these things like, "Oh, you can't tell my dad," as I'm live. But when people tell me they get these shirts of my dad, I tell them that they are really expensive, that it's like rare, and that it's sold at all these amazing stores. But one of my friends got one of my dad's shirts for like $5, but I told him it was $500.
Good.
And so now he's gonna know the lie. But I just every time I'm like, tell him it's really expensive. Not that people are actually giving your merchandise away, like they don't want it anymore. So I tell them that it's really expensive, and that it's a rare classic.
With that said, Mark, have you ever spent some time at the Cyrus house? I mean, with Mom, Dad?
No, but
I mean,
the very first time that Miley and I really met, when she came to the studio and she came in and we were going to record. We just kind of talked for 3 hours because it was just like
I talked.
Yeah, and you did. She basically did like a one-woman like episode of King of the Hill, like the whole family. It was amazing.
I can do my dad and my mom. My mom is like.
Let me hear your mom.
My mom is always like, oh, anything that she says, she's like, Miley all night. Like, everyone always thought my name was like Molly when I was little, because my mom says like Miley. And then she says to my dad, oh my God, how did we breed such perfection? And she's like, doesn't she look just like me? And then he's like, what am I a part of this process?
My favorite time, I was talking to your mom backstage one night, and she said, Elvis, I'm going to come redecorate your house.
No way. She does this to every single person.
Every time I see her, she's like, hey, do you need it redecorated? I said, I'm a gay guy. I'm a gay guy.
You're great at decorating.
I can't cut my hair, but I can gaily decorate.
I remember after that session, I was like, all I could think about, I was like, Miley Cyrus is one of the best singers I've ever recorded, and her dad loves Mountain Dew. Oh, you're talking about.
Yeah, my dad.
Okay, let me hear your dad.
My dad calls like, hey, sissy, you want some of these so dang goods? That's what he calls Mountain Dew. He won't call it Mountain Dew. He calls it so dang good. Yeah. Hey, sissy, Yeah.
Okay, so Mark, think about where you're hold on. Think about where you're from and how you grew up.
Right.
And now you're exposed to the Cyrus clan.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world. I mean, it's like a whole new planet you've landed
Yeah.
on.
But
He has to deal with me and the pigs all the time. Mark is like, hold on. I'm like, okay, we're recording. Nothing breaks like a heart. And I literally said, I have to go home and feed the pigs. I'll be back in an hour.
Yeah.
Do you not want your lunch? Because they do.
Wait, how many pigs do you have now?
I have 2 pigs.
Oh, so jealous.
Pig, so nice. You got to say it twice. And Puddles.
Pig and Puddles.
Pig and Puddles.
So who's watching the pigs? Oh wait. Also, I heard that it looks like Santa Claus just threw up in your house. I mean, you have you overly decorate.
I overly do everything. Everything's a production in this life, you know? And I think if I just like more is more. And we grew up, I used to go to like a lot of country Christmas parties growing up. When I was a kid, I would go to George Jones' house and he would have this like train that all the kids could ride through his house. Wow. It's like amazing. And like Dolly would put up all these like really crazy over the top decorations. And so I've taken it upon myself because I used to love going to the mall with my parents for Christmas to see all the amazing decorations. And since I can't really go to the mall so much anymore, I brought it to me.
Right, brought them all home.
Yeah, so I put like a 15-foot tree, but the problem with it is nothing else will fit in the living room. So all the furniture is in the kitchen.
So you just, so what do you?
No one can sit in the room. It's just only for the tree.
SRO.
So there's no television watching in the living room.
If you want to stand, you'll have to stand.
Okay, so here's my question. By the way, if you're just turning us on, it's Miley Cyrus, Mark Ronson. Of course, Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. I got to play this. It went #1 in the UK last night. I don't know if you knew.
Yes.
Now we got to make it #1 here. Now, so all this craziness aside, when you two decide you do want to sit down and work together,
Sure.
Mark, I mean, you've produced some of the most amazing people, and you still will keep producing amazing people. What was it like to sit down with Miley and just to get the ball rolling?
It was amazing. I basically saw Miley singing on the SNL 40th anniversary, singing 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. And I loved all the bangers and the stuff she'd done, but I never heard her sing. And she did this real Nashville version. I just became obsessed. So for 4 years, we kind of like tried back and forth over text and never got together. And then I sent this little idea for the chorus of Nothing Breaks. And then she texted me back the next day. After 4 years, I was like, this must be the wrong number. This is not the same person. And then she showed up at the studio.
Be there in an hour.
Yeah.
It's basically I don't answer. I'm just very extreme. So I don't answer for 4 years. And then it's like, but we have to work now because we got something. But it really felt just so inspiring. It was actually crazy because Mark was in Malibu and I was on my way home. And so we were kind of in the same place and it just felt like it worked out.
It was really good timing.
Really good timing.
And we came in and Miley wrote all the verses like that same night. Because it's, my experience usually with good records is like Uptown Funk took 8 months to finish. So I couldn't even believe that we got like a song finished the same night. And
in an hour and a half.
We put it out in less than 8 months.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, so if she's not here and we asked you, and there were no microphones, what is the magic of Miley? What is it she does better than anyone else?
There's a lot of things, but I would say, well, first of all, the voice.
Right.
She brought it's just like I remember sitting there listening while she went in because we were just talking for 3 hours, like I said, and then she went in. She was like, "Oh, look at the time. Maybe I should go sing now," kind of, and like turned on a dime, went in and sung like one of the best first takes I've ever had, and just like the rawness in her voice and the authenticity, and then also the lyrics. I mean, everything. And then now watching her perform we were in London last week, like watching her perform to her fans, like it's just, I met like Miley, my friend, is like this nice down-to-earth person that I meet in the studio, and then we go out in the world, and I'm like, oh my God, of course, she's like a global superstar pop star that people like lose their mind over. I think that's what's so cool about her.
So I think that was a very nice compliment he
that
just
was.
paid. Okay, so reverse it. To work with a Mark Ronson.
Yeah. There's no other ones. There's just the.
Okay, so what is it when you sat down in the room together for the first real session?
I think what he does probably the best out of anyone is that you mentioned that he's worked with so many amazing artists and he never tries to make one person's shoe fit the other one. He really like customizes, I think, for me, allowing this to have this kind of like country. It just reminds me of the music that I've always covered Jolene because I always wanted a song like that of my own. And now I feel like I really kind of have that. But I think what he'll do with Lady Gaga or what he does with Bruno Mars, he makes it fit them. And I don't think he does one thing and the artist has to step into Mark Ronson's world. But I think he has a sound that he does, which is take classic songs and make them feel more modern. But he does it so customized that you never feel like you're not being yourself.
Wow. So you actually just listen, you feel her out, and so I mean,
you could argue it that way. You could just say that I work with such great artists that like somebody is special as Miley or special as Gaga or Bruno is going to automatically put their own stamp on it too. So
but I think when he starts working on something like Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, how he started working on it before it was even my song, he already had this chorus and kind of had a small amount of a guitar part and a little bit of production. He knows, I think, who would be the most authentic artist to do that. I think that song was really kind of meant for me, and I couldn't imagine anyone else singing it because I just think it's so true to the music that I grew up listening to, the things my dad would play on vinyl or on his jukebox. But I think he does that with everyone. I don't think I think he's really great at putting his music with the right home for sure.
Wow. Excellent compliments, by the way.
That's wonderful.
They have sat here.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me, including my own family.
They have buttered each other's buns.
Mark, how do you know if you have a hit on your hand? Like, I'm sure you've recorded a million songs where you're like, that's not really going to work. How do you know that, oh my gosh, this is going to be a hit?
Well, I feel like you can never fully know if it's going to be a hit because that's actually like that's something you don't have any power over. But you know when something's kind of special because in the room you hear like maybe the first take, like I heard Miley's first take and like your hair is stand up, but you know it's special. You like go home and you like listen to it 1,000 times in the car on the way home. Like when it just gives you that feeling, that's when you know you have something special. And then hopefully, if it's a hit, that's for everybody else to decide. But at least it gives you that kind of like,
that feeling.
The hair stand up, yeah.
Have you ever gotten the feeling and it not happened?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time.
By the way, this is Gandhi. She's our newest member of the show.
Guys.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Do you want to sing it?
Oh, God.
Do you have the words?
Are we telling her why, or is this just a weird thing? Yeah.
Okay, maybe this is a hit. Here we go.
Okay.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
What do you think?
Don't want
I'm getting the feeling.
I love
no
it.
dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus.
Very good.
Okay.
It's a hit.
Yeah, right. No, the whole thing, when I have a little bit of a cold, so my voice is lower. Normally it's high and squeaky and awful. But when I have a cold, they think I sound like you.
Yeah, I was about to say you do. You have the rasp.
It's just a virus.
Cyrus virus. Everyone used to call me Cyrus virus in middle school. You're starting to give me like post-traumatic flashbacks.
They
Of course, that's what rhymes with Cyrus.
Yeah.
It's better than being called Wrong Way Ronson because you ran the wrong way in the relay at fourth day in fourth grade.
No.
You did not.
I did. I really did. I was like in the last heat of the relay and I was facing the wrong way, like the baton, everything.
You know what's kind of fabulous about the two of you? You are so relaxed and so chill. And,
Everyone says this to us.
And Miley is like, which is
Everyone says this.
It's a compliment. No, it's yin yang. It's all working beautifully. It's
Yeah.
all working. No, there's no insult there.
I think if we could see like our living rooms at Christmas, it would be a perfect kind of like visual of our personalities. I keep imagining him with like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree on a sad tour bus, and I keep getting really depressed about it. And I just got to come over with a little garland and just do my thing.
Yeah,
kind of like I
redecorate.
did on the videos.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, it'll just be something super small. Just fly to Ukraine, and I promise it won't be that deep. 500 Miley fans chasing him down the street dressed as nuns, and like it was just a crazy clowns chasing him down the street. But I was like, just show up. It's gonna be chill. Don't worry. I don't know if anyone believes if I am anywhere that it's gonna be chill.
No.
No.
And nor do we want it that way.
No.
Hey, let's talk about Grammy nominations. I know the other night, Friday night, we had our Jingle Ball concert at the Garden, and a lot of our guests or the artists they found out that day they were nominated. I know that Mark Shallow's up for a Grammy and a Golden Globe.
Yeah, it's up for two. Well, it's actually up for 5 Grammys, but I'm only because I wrote it. I didn't produce it or sing it. Apparently, so I'm up. Yeah, I'm up for 2. I'm up for 2, which is great. But I love the fact that the whole thing. I love the fact that like Bradley Cooper is actually like a Grammy nominated singer now. That's pretty cool. And then Silk City, the song we have with Dua Lipa, Electricity, is also up for Best Dance, and that was more of a surprise and a song that I'm super proud of. And I love Diplo and Dua, and I'm really psyched about that.
I met Dua Lipa's dad the other night, and you could tell
handsome guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he's gorgeous.
He's a good kisser.
Oh.
Yeah.
That took a turn.
That came so what's it like? I mean, when you get a Grammy nomination, and I mean, What's it like? You know, when you get that call and someone says, by the way.
I thought that my friends were joking because I was actually like really hungover and I thought they were just trying to make me snap out of it because I was in Vegas and I thought they want to go to the pool or something. It's like, get up, you got a Grammy nomination. I'm like, you're an idiot, get away from me.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it was actually real. So it's kind of, I never believe anyone. I
Yeah.
never believe that things are number one or things are doing well. I just believe that everything's like failing all the time. I don't
Yeah.
really believe anything.
But that's kind of what pushes good artists, I think, too.
What, failure?
I think
No,
no
just
one knows
thinking,
what this
like-
song is or like who I am or what I'm doing. And so I just never have any idea.
Yeah.
Is it important to get a Grammy? Is it important to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Is it important to get any of these
You can
things?
buy those, you know.
I did.
You bought one? No, I don't feel the same about it.
I'm right next to Bryan Cranston.
And I got a star named after me somewhere now.
Did you buy one?
No, you really.
Can you buy me one?
You can't really.
It's Christmas.
You can't
Get in the
really
giving
buy
spirit.
it.
You're my gay uncle.
It's not as easy as buying. I know. I'm your second favorite
I
gay
heard
uncle.
you can just buy it.
It's not
Because I'm
that
trying to
easy.
buy one. I got the tree. I just need the star.
Wait, you don't have one yet?
No.
I'm surprised you don't. You should
You
have
know what?
one.
Me too. I'm a little
No,
surprised
hold
also.
on. I'm telling you right now, you can't just buy it.
I grew up on that strip. I was like, I was getting homeschooled right around the corner.
I'll buy Mark one.
What the hell? It's because he's hot.
Maybe.
Oh, if you just swung this way, then I would get a freaking star. My gay uncle.
Crazy.
Discriminatory.
There is a voting thing. You don't just buy it. There is a little bit of like.
It's not what I've heard.
Now, what's the deal with the footprint, though? I saw that Quincy Jones got a footprint, so how do you get the
Oh,
star
that's a
and the
whole-
the
that's-
handprint and the footprint?
That's a whole new
And I
level.
have freaky feet, so I don't want that. I want the star.
What's wrong with your feet?
I don't know. We have this little thing actually
looking at
on the
your feet.
phone. I'll show you later. They're covered in fabulous shoes.
Oh,
I
those
can't
are-
say them
Those
right now.
shoes are fantastic.
But that your toes determine if you're a genius or not, and mine was not genius. I just I have like no toenails. Like you have to paint the skin.
What happened? Do you bite
I
them
don't
off?
bite my toenails. I just have no toenails. I think it's because my mom made me take dance for too long and like stand on the top of my toes,
Right.
and they've just like been crushed. I have really, really small feet too.
What
I
size
have-
are your feet?
Like a size 6, but I'm like kind of tall. But it's because I have no toes.
You'd be an 8 if you had toes.
And I had a really bad like accident when I was younger. I went to the YMCA and I like cut my foot really bad, my toe on like the bottom of the pool, and all of a sudden the whole pool just went red and covered in blood. But my
Lord.
grandma wasn't paying attention. I was screaming, but she just thought me and my sister were fighting, so she didn't turn around or like look up from her newspaper. And I think that's what happened. I think my grandma just like let my toe just like go down the YMCA drain.
So maybe you did have genius toes, but your grandma
I'm missing
ruined
one.
it. Okay.
I have questions for Mammy.
We'll never know, Mammy. All right, so how did you really ever get a song recorded? because I gotta guess that my Miley, she comes up with a story every once in a while, and everything has to
And
stop.
none of it's true. I just say it because it's funny.
And so when the story goes into a song, that's a great thing because that's actually like what I really enjoy. Also, I didn't mention before working with Miley, like her writing's very autobiographical. So like all these stories, you know, there's always like something and there's a thing in there like, oh, we should turn that, or she just comes in like I have to say this, and that's the stories are in the songs too.
Yeah.
So you have it. There you have it.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing on Saturday Night Live? You're just performing? Are you doing any skits or anything?
We're doing Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, and
Yes.
can we say what we're doing?
I don't know.
Can I?
Can they?
We're,
It's-
here I go.
We're doing a Christmas.
We're doing War Is Over. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
John and Yoko, the Christmas song.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Oh no! Now I feel dirty that you told us that.
No, we had to.
Because that's something you should have surprised
See,
us
like
with.
this is how you roll. You just go, can I tell it? All right, I'm doing it anyway. If you just say I don't know, if you ask and then you do it, then you're going against
Yeah.
someone's word. But if you just don't ask, you just do
You
it.
apologize later.
Later.
Right.
Yeah.
I know,
Never
but okay.
permission.
Hopefully, we're still on the show.
We'll be fine.
Normally, when you're on SNL, they put you on lockdown for the week. They're like, you can't do any interviews, you can't do anything else.
I don't think they do that
belong
anymore.
to- They don't do that anymore?
No, they
I know
need
used
promotion.
to.
Yeah.
They need promotion.
Oh.
They need promo.
But wait, war is over. I bet you're just magic doing that song. I mean, she's pretty amazing, right?
It's gonna be special.
There's also been this song that I've been listening to a lot. There was a Cars record that I loved that was kind of this like trancey, kind of cool 80s sounding song.
What
and
song?
so it was Drive, right?
yeah.
Right.
And
Who's
so,
gonna run you
so we
home?
kind of made it kind of sound a little bit, makes sense with Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. Again, like what Mark does, it just makes something I think fit so well. You never have to just show up and put something on that doesn't feel right for you. So I think he gave it just such a cool modern take on it, because, you know, the last few times I've been at SNL, I've done covers. I did 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, and I've done, I think, a lot of acoustic kind of performances over the last few years, and so I think it's cool to try something a little bit more kind of electric. And
it's also cool because this whole thing really started because of Saturday Night Live, because when I saw her sing 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, and now we're getting to play on the show, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
So let's get to the song. Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. We've been talking about it all morning. Might as well play
Mostly
it.
about my feet.
It's number your club feet. Because it's really funny, because when you came in, you said, yeah, it is a country thing. When I first heard this song, I can't put it in a compartment. I can't lock it into any format, which is good. Yeah. I hate that anyway.
Yeah.
But I just think it sounds great. And I know that's as simple as a compliment can be, but
I think really, if you see
awesome.
This tattoo, basically, which is like basically it's a disco ball in the shape of a broken heart, and I feel like all the best dance music is like something like dance music, just the sad banger, the kind of emotional thing that just makes you want to like lose yourself on the floor. I feel like that's like transcends all genres, and that's what we were trying to do with this.
Your tattoo makes me so sad. It is. It's a mirror ball heart that's broken.
Yeah.
It makes me want to dance.
It makes me want to dance, but
I'm just really into promo.
Yeah. It's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
All the kids are doing it.
The cry dance?
You just go to the club and just sob. That's usually just after like 6 vodkas, but they just do it because it's the new thing. Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. I got to play it. But make sure you watch Saturday Night Live. And you know what? You need this song. Add it. Download it today. Do people still download, or do we just stream?
Do both.
All of it.
Buy it.
Yeah.
Do both, yeah.
I want it on vinyl, please.
I was going to say, that's our next, we got to put this thing on vinyl.
I would love that. Miley Cyrus, of course, Mark Ronson, and Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. Thank you guys for coming in
today. Thanks so much.